Alright, now welcome to our first unboxing video here at the Cool Jets. Today I'm going to be unboxing this new controller which just came through the door like right now, like really just like literally like just seconds ago. Now this is the 8bitdo or is that 8bitdo? I don't know. Potatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I digress. Anyway, some of you may be wondering, well, maybe not all of you, but some of you probably. I mean, the few listeners, viewers that we have may be wondering, why would you get a controller like this? Well, let me tell you why. The reason I picked up this controller is because, look, listen, I love Nintendo. I think they're great. And I buy all their products. Well, I buy most of their products. Well, I used to buy most of their products, but now I'm with their Switch. The trouble is, they've got damn expensive peripherals. Expensive, and I don't like spending £70 on a controller like that. So I was doing some research, and apparently these guys at 8bitdo, they have made a lot of cool looking controllers. Some of them, they're quite retro. And I like retro, especially with some of these new consoles getting re-released, like the NES Mini and the Super Nintendo Mini. So, without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open and just see what this thing can do. Now, before we continue, I do want to go on to record just to say, look at this box. Look how cool this box is. For a start, it's a square box, and in my opinion, that's about the best kind of box you can get. It's nice, chunky. This is the kind of box I would want to display. Now, normally I would throw away my boxes, not my console boxes. I do like to keep my console boxes, but sometimes when you get things, you throw them away. But this just screams, yeah, you want me on your shelf, I deserve to be on your shelf, and I respect that. Okay, now, as you can see from this fine piece of kit that I'm holding in my hands here, this is a nice controller. I mean, it's got all the kind of retro stylings that you expect from the, I would say it reminds me of a NES controller crossed with a Super NES controller, and that's probably the really close as you can get. But it's got like analog sticks as well, so it's got like a bit of a PS4 controller with a little bit of the Xbox controller, and probably, I don't know, some of the other Nintendo controllers. Essentially, it's like having all of the controllers in one. So let's take a look at how robust this thing is. So the ergonomics on this thing, I like it. It's a very solid controller, and I think when I hold it in my hands, it feels like it's pretty solid. It's a little bit on the small side, but I mean, when you're going from a Joy-Con switch, you don't want to be playing the Joy-Cons. Those little mini Joy-Cons when you're doing 2-player on Mario Kart, it's just no good. You're getting the cramps, right? You're getting the cramps. No one likes having the cramps. So, with this one, it's large enough that I can fit it in my hand. Feels comfortable. It's not too kiddified, but neither is it like so adultified either. But it's a good balance. I think it strikes a good balance in between those kiddiness and adultness. And for that, now I can respect that. I can get behind that. That's good. So I'm happy with that. This is much better. That means now I can give my lady friend her controller, like the two Joy-Cons in the little fiddly thing that you get, and she can do that, and I can play this one, and I'm happy with that. That's what I'm all about. Look at this thing. It flipping glows. Okay, so, but what about the buttons? How does it feel in my hands? Well, I can tell you something. This is, for my digits, it's heavenly. So, got these nice little buttons. They go click, 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 like that's really good. The analog sticks, they feel really nice. And I also like that it has the bumpers. It feels comfortable, feels natural. Now, the thing is, I haven't put this to the test yet. I'm going to do that shortly. So, but just on the basis of having a good feel of the thing, I like it. It's shapely, it's a sexy kind of controller, and I think it hits all the right buttons, if you pardon the pun. Now, let's have a look at how this thing works. Alright, so here we are with Mario Kart. I'll hold it up. Now, got the controller. It's all lighting up blue there. It's real nice. Look, you can see me pressing up and all going through the menus like that. That means it's working. Good. Now, we're going to do a single player game. And I'm just gonna do one race just for the purpose of showing you how this was. This is, like I said, this is the first time I haven't played this before. So we're gonna go to Grand Prix, and I think 150cc is good. I like to think that I'm pretty good with my racing skills. Now, Dry Bones, he's a cool character. This is my lady friend's character. Personally, I play with Waluigi, but I digress. Let's get on with Dry Bones just because he's all set up like that. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Do I wanna do that? Yeah, I do. I'll do the this one, which I think is quite a good track because it shows off all of my racing skills. Now, so this is quite good because this is all set up like it looks like on the controller there you got L2 and L1 and stuff, so maybe you can play on PlayStation, Xbox, whatever. But we're just gonna try it on this. I'm not gonna try any other games, just this one. So you gotta start. Every time you start, you gotta beat that horn. You gotta really get them all worried about you there. You know, make them nervous. So I'm gonna do some drifting. There we go. I'm in second position. Now this feels really good. Like I think it's very responsive. There's no lag here. No, that was unfortunate, but I think I can recover from that. So the most important thing with this game is you want the analogs gotta be good. I gotta be able to drift because I like to think I'm quite good at drifting. So here we go. All right, 1 second. Yeah, I do like what I'm seeing so far. Admittedly, when I set this up earlier on, it was being a little bit of a pain. It was the syncing. It's kind of awkward. You kind of have to use the other controller, the regular one, and then you have to use that to sync up the other one because it doesn't seem to sync up when you pick it up by itself. It's kind of finicky like that. But once you got it down, gotta dodge those balls of flames. But yeah, once you got that, it's all sweet. So I'm not worried too much about this little guy. This little tortoise, man. He's just, he got nothing on me. So I say that though, they gotta put up a fight on this 150cc. I find though, it's very strange when you play with 150cc. If you play like against the computer, it could be quite easy. But when you do that against with like multiplayer, it's like the AI is more aggressive. And I don't know. This game brings out the worst in me because I think it's one of my favorite games of the year. I think it's going to be in my top 10, but I feel like it's broken. And it's like, I don't think I'm the only one who feels like the AI is unfair at times. They get all these weapons, and sometimes you get like hit 3, 4, 5 times in a row by blooming red shells, homing shells. It's really annoying because even if you race the track perfectly, everyone's out to get you. And I don't know, I think there should be more restrictions on kind of, it doesn't reward you so much for racing well as just being like really lucky and just hoping that you don't get hit by too many red shells or any of that rubbish. So yeah, this is amazing. You can see like I'm just really driving really well, and I think that this is gonna be nice because when you play with the little Joy-Con controllers, they just make your hands seize up. And I don't know if I'm gonna win this one, but I mean, well, there we go. So he's got a red shell in his face. I don't know how he got away from that one. I'm not sure what happened, but there you can see I recovered. So very good control. I like what I see there, and I think I won that race because it was a good controller. I raced well, and that's the most important thing. So 8bitdo, well done. You see, these are my thumb. I'm giving you a thumbs up for a very solid controller. I hope that it lasts for a long, long time. And yes, this is not an endorsed video, by the way. I need to say, they don't pay me this. I bought this my own money. This was £27 from Amazon. £27 from Amazon, worth every penny, I think. I will try it on my Mac some other time, and maybe if you guys are lucky and you subscribe, I will give you my Mac review. And we'll just see what it plays, because I got some horror games I'd love to play on the Mac. Alright, chill. See you later. Whoa there, let's not get too hasty. So, unfortunately, after I recorded the initial impressions of the controller, we decided to play later that evening. And so I played with my lady friend some more Super Mario cartridge. And, well, we ran into some lag issues. When the controller here, this one, when it is assigned as a second controller, it has some lag issues. And now, they're not game-breaking lag issues, but I don't know, it just makes it a little bit off there somehow. So that's a disappointment, and I don't think that's something that's going to be fixed. So I'm going to stick with it. It works fine as a single controller, and maybe I'll get some mileage out of it on the Mac. But right now, all I can say is it's a cautionary buy. It has its caveats, but it has its pros as well. So I'm sorry that this couldn't be a more positive review, but lessons learned. I think I'll keep it still because I do like it, and it's not like it doesn't work. Not it's just not everything I'd hoped for. So without further ado, I shall bid you all farewell, and maybe I'll see you around sometime on the internet. So, in summary, the 8bitdo, I don't know, more like 8bit.